Good morning, everybody. I've been trying to record this video like 3 or 4 times already, and there's been so many disruptions. But let's get to it, okay? So, this is Lucian, aka your solo ager. I hope everybody's doing well. For me, it's been chronic pain and some tough decisions again. And it's about letting go. It's about letting go and trying new things for my health and getting better. I've always been physically active all my life. Well, maybe in the early, yes, some beginning of sometime in the late 80s, right? Because I am in my 60s. And I've always taken nutrition and health very important because I've always struggled with my weight. Um, by the time in late 2003, just to give you some context where I was and where I am, I was able to bike ride from Pelham Bay, Morris Park. I live in Pelham Bay Park, and I used to be able to ride my bike all the way to the Village Piers. And if I had the energy, I rode my bike all the way back home to Pelham Bay. I did the same thing with rollerblading. Pelham Bay, Christopher Street, and if I had the energy, I rollerbladed back home. In my house, I had a step machine. I literally did 2 hours with tiny intermittent breaks for water intake. I was very active. So, and I lifted weights, not for muscle gain, just for toning. So, at the end of the day, I did a lot of running back then, also 2 or 3 times a week, 14 miles, sometimes 4 times a week. I was very proud of the physique that I had. It wasn't muscle, it was very toned, like a runner. I had a runner's physique, definitely a runner's physique. So, 2005, I was experiencing some noises and some really painful headaches. I thought it was work related stress because I had a very high stress job. Oh, adding to that, the years of working in the field as a field worker, I worked in 4 different boroughs where I had caseloads in 4 different boroughs, visiting clients on a weekly basis, taking the trains, climbing up and down stairs, buses, you name it. I had to run to it. That alone took an impact because I had to carry heavy paperwork and laptops and all types of stuff. So when I was diagnosed with my brain tumor, then back in 2005, I had a resection of that tumor. It was growing there for 5 years. It was nearly growing towards my spinal cord, and that would have been the end of that. If I didn't catch it, I had 2 years left to live. I wouldn't be here. But now let's talk post surgery. It left me with some sort of paralyzation or nerve damage on the left side of my face, my lips. For a long time, I thought it was aging. Actually, I went to the doctors recently for a hearing test, and actually, this that I thought was aging is actually nerve damage, they pointed out to me. It has nothing to do with aging. Ha ha, who would have known? Anyway, so what the surgery did was left me hearing impaired. I am profoundly deaf to my left ear, deaf. I have a chronic equilibrium problem. So while they were scraping out the tumor, they were banging on the equilibrium nerve, which damaged it. The doctor warned me that I would always feel kind of wobbly and that they were hoping that the right balance nerve will compensate, and they don't know why it didn't. So I would always feel chronically fatigued. Which makes sense because before then I never drank energy drinks or anything like that. But then I became addicted to 3 or 4 shots of espresso a day, lots of energy drinks. I literally had monster cases of monster drinks delivered to my home. Um, it's been an impact, and over the years I started suffering from joint pain. And that's probably from years and years of running, years and years of walking because of my job. So here I am today. So I was recently diagnosed with AC, extensive rotatory osteoarthritis. Now you can see my chronic swollen hand. You can see my normal hand. This has been chronically swollen for 4 years. Whether it's to do with the AC osteoarthritis, I don't know because I've been to so many doctors. They say this is an anomaly. sometimes disease has to take their course until you can get a final diagnosis, and that's what's been happening. So I had to give up weightlifting. Okay. So then I had to give up my treadmill because now I have a bone growth in the back of my ankle, um, which I knew was there, and it impacted me at work. Sometimes I couldn't walk. I had to force myself to walk with a limp, but I had to go to work. But now, again, I was out of commission for 2 weeks because now my whole foot was hurting. I could barely walk on it. Basically, I laid up for almost 2 weeks, and I did some movement because I had to go food shopping. I had to, there were things I had to do. I had to force myself to do it. Um, so then I got rid of the treadmill. So what I was doing before that, I was speed walking in the park. I was doing light running, but then my left knee started becoming problematic, and I guess the letting go of the idea that I could do these things anymore was the hard part. Um, because you have to accept that you're aging. I do have arthritis in my hips. I do have arthritis in my knees. I have arthritis in my elbows. I have AC osteoarthritis. They say extensive in my shoulder. So it's been kind of depressing, but I'm not depressed. I don't want you to think I'm depressed. It's always the grieving process, the acceptance process, the letting go process of the things that I was able to do, I can no longer do. So the last thing I had was my bike. I have a beautiful exercise bike. I would put it in front of my TV, a good quality bike. I'd do 30, 40 minutes. Sometimes I do an hour. If I'm lucky, an hour and 15, 20 minutes. Great. But now my foot has become a problem, and I'm afraid I might need surgery because of that bone. And, it's hard holding on all the time because it stresses my shoulder where I have chronic pain. So I said, oh my God, now I have to get rid of the bike. All right. So I got rid of the bike today. I gave it to my neighbor that I know he'll use it. Um, and it's about change. It's about letting go. It's about finding new ways of doing things to be healthy. One thing I'm good at is diet. Not restrictive diet so much, but also healthy eating. I do a lot of healthy eating, healthy meats, avocados, popcorn, um, Brussels sprouts. Like my friends even know I eat healthy. Like they know. There are times I splurge. Yes, I do. I can't eat sugar anymore because I got myself out of a pre-diabetic mode. So that's good. I have no pre-diabetes. So I guess what I'm saying is it sounds dramatic, right? But I do have chronic joint pain. It really hurts every day. Um, so the thought is okay, so I'm healthy overall. Don't get me wrong. My heart, they say, it's like of a teenager. I have great blood pressure, no cholesterol, have no pre-diabetes or diabetic issues. I might have the crazies. That's okay. But basically, overall, I'm healthy except for chronic joint pain. So what I decided again, the letting go process, is that I had to let go of the bike. As much as I loved my bike and I loved my treadmill, you get to a certain stage where you say these things don't no longer work for you. And that's a hard thing to say because, when you're active, like right now I'm having pain, like when you've been active most of your life and you've kept fit most of your life, now it becomes challenging. I don't want to get on the bike and agitate or trigger more pain. I don't want to get on a treadmill and agitate and trigger more pain. It's not worth it. It's not worth taking uh, Tylenol and Aleve and every day or every 48 hours to manage pain, but that's what I've been doing. And although it puts me in a better mood because pain does not leave you in a good mood. No, it doesn't. It's pain. And I get triggered, I'm agitated, I'm moody. But when there's less pain, I'm more motivated to do more. So I had to start committing to more red light therapy and taking anti-inflammatories. and looking at my diet to see what more I can increase to reduce inflammation. So today the bike is gone. I'm going to move the camera to show you the empty spot I have. So there's my empty spot. That's where the bike was. So getting back to the video. So I had to do it. It's sort of like I had no real choice in the matter. It's about self-care, and self-care is self-love. So the new thing that I'm going to be trying is a yoga for people over 60. So I'm excited about that because now I have the room, I have the TV, I have the music, I have a yoga mat. And I also have one of those wheels that you use for core. Now I won't be able to use it all the way down, but if I can make it halfway because of my arm and my shoulder, I may attempt it and see how that works. If not, well, that's got to go too. Fuck it. So I guess what I'm saying is that change is inevitable as you age. Change is inevitable as you get older. Change is inevitable when you deal with chronic joint pain. And boy, I've been dealing with a lot of losses and grieving over my years, as all of us have. And here I am. So I guess what I'm saying is if there's something you need to let go of, it's okay. Come up with a new plan, come up with a new idea, come up with a new motivation. It's not the end of it all, it's just a new chapter. And for me, yeah, it's a loss that I've been struggling to accept. But today, I guess I was pushed into acceptance and letting go. And that's what I did by removing the bike out of my house. So now I can focus on the yoga over 60, stretches for people over 60s on YouTube, and continue my meditation practices, continue my writing, and I'm just continuing to heal my body from chronic pain and deal with that. Now, I don't want no more surgeries, but brain surgery, torn labrum surgeries, rotatory cuff surgeries. Like, I don't need like surgery for this. Like, I don't want to be cut open anymore. But I have a feeling that when it comes to this ankle, as time goes by, that bony lump that's growing is going to have to be dealt with. But the one thing I know I still have is speed walking in the park, enjoying nature, enjoying the beautiful creation of God, and being outdoors by the water. I do live by Pelham Bay Park. It's a block away, 2 blocks away from me, and it's beautiful. And I love it there. I love walking to City Island and having a coffee and sitting and watching the ships roll by, feeling nature. So I'm blessed to still be able to do those things, but I can't do any more of the hardcore stuff. And that's okay. But at least I can still move and still be healthy because I know God loves me and I love God, whatever that has to do with this video. So anyway, moving forward, I hope all of you are adapting to change and letting go of whatever other things you know you need to let go of and move forward in life and change things up and do things differently. And that's, I think, the message of this video today. Change it up. Do it differently. I'm doing it. I know you can too. So don't let go of hope. Just try something different. And with that, I wish you all the best. And please remember to take advantage of the links that I provided below for baby boomers, whatever you want to call yourself, senior citizens, silver foxes, whatever the jargon is. Look at the links below. Take advantage of services. And remember that New York City's been being bombarded with smoke from the Canadian fires. So if you have any respiratory issues, keep your windows closed. If you have an air purifier, turn those on. Turn your AC on. If you're going to go out and you're going to be out for longer hours, they recommend that you wear a mask. So please take care of your health. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Worship God, whatever religion you're in. God loves you and God knows, so do I.